Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to start installing the gas line into my post frame building. Yesterday there is a gas line outside, a hose coming out of the ground, and it's just capped off. It's attached to our tank. Oh, you can't see the tank from here, but the tank is right over there. We have a line that goes underground up to right about here, and I measured the regulator on the house where it comes out of the wall. I measured the distance between the center line of the pipe going into the wall down to the fitting, and I came up with this height for the hole. This right here represents the girt that's going to come right through here, and this will be attached to the back of the girt. I have to open up this hole. This is going to be 1 3/8 inches. I have 1 inch pipe coming in, which is probably overkill, but I'm not exactly sure what's all going to be connected to this in the future. So I'm going to use 1 inch pipe up into the rafters up there. Oh, I think right over to that truss over there. And then from there, it's going to be 3/4 inch pipe going to the different locations. Right now, there's going to be a heater right over there. So like I said, the pipe's going to go up and across, and then we'll have flex pipe going over to the heater. And the joint up here is going to be a T, and we'll have another line going over into this area for a possible future heater. This is going to be unheated space, but you can really warm up unheated space with one of these garage heaters. And if we ever needed to work on a car or something like that in the winter, we could use it for that. I'm not really sure if we're ever going to do that, but I want to have the option for the future. This corner where the gas line's going in is the busiest corner in the building. It's got the water coming in. This is the permanent electric. That's the temporary electric. A whole bunch of stuff has to happen for this gas line to go in. The first thing I need to do, I have to go and shut off the electricity and unhook this box and this box from the wall. Well, this as well. I have to unhook all of this stuff and flop it down onto the ground right here. I didn't want to do that right off the bat. I probably should have. This doesn't make it all that much easier having it on the wall like this, but it is what it is. I have to get this stuff moved down to the floor because I have to insulate 1, 2, 3 bats of insulation and then leave this open. Then get 2 girts in and attach my pipe to the back of the bottom girt right here. Once that's attached, I have to take, well, my other piece of pipe, I have a 10-foot piece of pipe over there. I have to screw that into it and loosely attach it up there and figure out what length it needs to be. I need to cut it, thread it, and then put an elbow on it. That's going to get it over. It's actually going to come over right on the other side of this plate somewhere. So there is just a ton of work. Oh, this has to be cut down to 3.5 inches. A lot of work has to go on here. And then once I have the pipe in place, I have to fit insulation around it. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that, but I got a pretty good idea. I made a list of all the stuff I need to do last night. We got a bat here, a bat here, a bat here. There's the pipe behind the girt, this bottom girt. This is dashed because that won't be here at the time. So there's a lot going on with this. There's the electric box on the ground. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. This corner bat is not going to come all the way to the bottom. It's going to be about 1 foot shy. It'll be cut about right there so that this area can be finished up. Once the main electric is in place and I don't need this stuff anymore, This wire is going to be pulled back out. This will all be insulated. Then I'll put that last piece of bat into the bottom there. Pretty complicated. It is pouring out there. Oh, not really, just the tin roof. So I got to get out to the box there, shut off this electricity, and take everything apart, pull it off the wall. Then I can get started putting bats in here. Okay, I got that electrical work done, and I was going to clean up, but then I was thinking, I really need to get this stuff done. I need to cut this pipe right about here. I have a jig for that. Then I got to take this bracket off, and I have to cut the grade board about 1/4 inch back so that this will fit on there. I got to do a bunch of other stuff to it too, but before I clean up, I might as well get that done. Then I'm going to hang the bat in the corner, the one that only comes down to about here, and we're off to the races. Let's get this done real quick. As you can see, my little mess turned into a much bigger mess. Now I can get this all cleaned up and somehow squeak that ladder back into here so I can get this bat in place. Let me get this cleaned up first. I already have a bat cut here, but that's not the right length, so I might as well cut all the bats right away and get them ready. Okay, let's get this done. 1 down, 2 to go. All right, that's 2 bats in. Okay, back to the drawing here. Electrical stuff on the ground. We have a bat in here, and it's open at the bottom, like that. And we have a full bat in here. Then comes the gas pipe, then another bat. But the bat's got to go in first, at least 3 of them. So we got that 1 more bat, and it goes all the way to the right side. Okay, I got my last bat in, got it all taped up and everything. Then I went around with my story pole, screw it to the columns, and make all my marks for the bottom of the girts. Now that that's done, what step am I on? I believe I'm on 5. Yes, install the top and bottom girts. To do that, I need to cut them to length. So I'm hoping I can get a break in the weather. It was just raining really hard a little while ago, but now it looks like it's just pretty windy. All right, so I gotta run and go do something real quick, and when I get back, I'll cut them girts, we'll get them installed. Then I gotta run across the street to the machine shed. I have a real nice vise over there. I'll put it in the vise, get it all nice and tightened up, get the bottom capped off. Then I need to drill the proper size hole through the wall. Hopefully the rain will be done. I got to clean off the outside out there. Once I get the pipe through there, I have to put like a tape lash over it so I don't get water coming in here. I'll show you that when I get to it, but it should go a little faster from here on in, but I believe this is going to take at least 2 days, but we'll see how much we can get done today. All right, I got that girt cut. It is super windy out there. Yeah, you could probably see that. And it's drizzling out, so I moved the saw just outside the door, got my cut done. Luckily, I only needed one. I had a girt left over from that wall there, and this is the one I cut. I got it installed right away. I have everything marked to get the rest of them installed, but the only one I'm installing now is the top one. But I'm actually going to do that tomorrow. And like I said, I got to get the tape on all this over across the street, and I'll be doing that tomorrow as well. So this is going to go in right like that, and it'll attach to the back side of this girt, and then I'll be screwing in the tall pipe that goes way up there to the top of this valve right here. But like I said, that'll be tomorrow, but for you, it'll just be seconds. It's actually 2 days later, but it's time to go get this all tightened up. This vise has been real handy over the years. That's a Yost vise. Super nice. It has the pipe jaws on the bottom and regular jaws on top, and it's super adjustable. I'll put a link in the description if you want to get one of these, but otherwise, we're going to get some tape on this and tighten this up. I'm going to be using Blue Monster pipe thread, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it's rated for natural gas, methane, propane, butane, and petroleum distillates. If your tape's not rated for petroleum products, don't use it. Pipe only goes about halfway onto the thread. You need 3 layers of the tape, and it's going to take 2 passes to cover the area. So you got 1, 2, 3, and for good measure, and there we have it. Get that started, and I'll take this one off, and then tape this. Tape it right here. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the cap for this, so I'm going to have to do that after it's installed. And actually, I believe I have to do this after it's installed as well, because I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be the right length. I think it is. Yeah, I'll just tape this anyways. If it's wrong, I can retape it. Okay, with this entry assembly completed, now I need to drill a hole, the right size hole through there. But before I do that, I'm going to need to cut this house wrap. And I need to cut it in like a teardrop shape, because the house wrap may get condensation on the outside between the house wrap and the tin. And as that rolls down, the way it is now, it goes down to the bottom of the trim and goes out to the ground. But if I cut that hole square and then tape it up, I'll get condensation trapped at the top of it. And if I don't tape it at all, any condensation will just come down and run right into the building. So I got to cut like a teardrop shape. Then any condensation that comes down on the inside of the building will hit that, move around it, and make its way out of the building. I'm also going to seal this with flex shot caulk. That hasn't arrived yet, so I'll just get this cut and get the tube through to the outside, and that'll be all that I can do with that area for now. Then I can hopefully get this next section in. It's a little crooked, but it's going to work just fine. Okay, now it's time to go outside and drill the hole into the building. It's kind of windy out there, so I'm not really sure how well the audio is going to do. I have a pitcher of water. You got to lubricate the cut, because if you heat this metal up too much, you're going to damage the galvanizing. I have a brand new hole saw, so hopefully everything goes good. Okay, there it is. I'm going to get a file and file this smooth, and that should do it. Okay, now I'm going to go get a paper towel, clean this area up a little bit. Once I get the pipe through there, I'm going to have to seal the end of the pipe. I don't have the cap for it yet, and I'm going to put this tape over the top of it so water doesn't get through there when it rains. Holy moly, is it windy here. Hopefully that's not messing up the audio too bad. Soon we'll be back in the building. A little bit of sandpaper too. Okay, good to go. Okay. Yeah, that looks really nice. Got a little wet in here, but that's not going to matter. This lower part is designed to get wet like that and then dry back out. But we'll get some of the excess. All right, now this is going to be real close. It's probably going to end up a little short. Okay, we only have about a 1/4 inch of thread going out there, which is not enough. And, oh, this is tightened down. All right, what I'm going to have to do now is take this off, and I'm going to cut one about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch longer than this, and thread it. The next size up nipple is 2 inches longer, and if I use that, they don't even have them at Menards. I was going to get one, but they didn't have them. But even if I did use that, that would put the regulator too far out into this passageway. This passageway is really narrow to start with, so I want that meter to hug the building. It's a bit of extra work, but let's go get that cut. Okay, we ran into a snag. I was going to thread this, but my pipe threader does not go up to 1 inch. It has 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 3/4 inch, but not 1 inch. So, until I can remedy that, this project is on hold. And this video is getting too long, so I'm just going to end the video here. Okay, I got this taped up. That should hold it until I'm ready to get back to this. I'm going to probably have to make this into 2, maybe 3 videos, because once I get that threaded and get that part done, I have to put the pipe up. I have to go over the truss. I'm going to come over to this one and then run that flexible stuff. Where is that? I'm not sure what that's called. That stuff right there on top of the mini split. I have to run that to this side. But in order to know where I'm going on this side, I have to get the bracketing for this put in, which is this stuff here. I have to do a bunch of woodwork up there and then get the brackets in there. Once the brackets are in, I'll know exactly where this is going to sit. Then I can bring my gas pipe down to connect to this. Yeah, it's going to be pretty complicated, but I should be able to wrap the gas up in 3 videos, and I'll make a few with this as well. Like I said, this is going to have woodwork involved and the bracketing, and then we have electric and gas and an exhaust on this. So a lot of work there. So if you want to see all that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.